place where the magic happens. Conversations flow and the laughter snapping. Here at Netter's Network, where the stories come alive. Every episode's a journey, every guest a drive. Netter's Network, tune in for the show, where the headlines meet the heart, and we all get to know. From the highs to the lows, we've got it all in tow. Netter's Network, where the world's on the go.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Netter's Network Thursday Things. I have a special guest tonight. That way. That guy down there in a big circle. But before I introduce my guest, let me introduce my producer, the guy behind the scenes, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing well. I'm sipping on some flavored water just because I'm pretty much out of everything else that's non-alcoholic. So that's what I'm on to tonight.
I can get you an energy drink. I can get you juice.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's having a little trouble still walking around because he broke his foot.
Yeah, that's the other thing. She comes down stairs after work, and she's like, "You want me to get you a drink?" I'm like, "Yes, please. I got a headache. I haven't been drinking." "Why haven't you been drinking?" "Because that would require standing up."
Yes, it would. I don't know why I cannot see the very first chats that I know are there. My first one starts with Mr. House Party, and I know there are other people before that, so I'm going to just...
Let me go...
Can you see them?
Yeah, I can go right into YouTube and see them.
That's
because
where
the first person I'm
YouTube.
seeing is FKHC 2005, otherwise known as Tim, saying hail. Big Al presents Films with Friends. Well, he's not presenting Films with Friends, he's just presenting today. Have a great show tonight, my friends, hoping I will be awake. Yes, we hope so too. I'm hearing myself echoing back somewhere.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I... No, I'm muted. Wait a minute.
Let's see. Lady Mist got the first little points thing. Says hello, Netter's Network, dropping the blue emojis. And saying hi to everybody else. Thank you, Lady Mist. Connie Cleary says hail to everyone, including myself. Mr. House Party comes in next, and I think that's where you pick up.
Yeah, that's where, for whatever reason, Ian Muck starts off with Mr. House Party. So thank you for being here, Mr. House Party. Connie Cleary, forgot to show them. Connie Cleary saying hello. Let me go back and show Mr. House Party. There we go. Connie Cleary saying hello. Yusan G saying hello to Lady Mist. The most mysterious. Let's see. Mr. House Party 6 gifted 5 Netter's Network memberships.
How awesome is that?
Oh my goodness.
That is so sweet of you.
That is amazing. And let me scroll in here
Well,
so
I can see who they went to.
Yusan G got
Yusan
one
G.
membership. Jesse Green 619 got a membership. Corey Howe received a membership. Andrea Black received a membership. And DK Bones received a membership. Woohoo!
Well, we'll have to update your closing credits then.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. That's AWESMOE.
It is.
Let's see. Speaking of Yusan G, I don't remember if I said hello earlier. Yusan G said, oh, no, I'm sorry. That's who received the membership. Okay, I gotta get past that point. If I hadn't said hello to Yusan G, hello Yusan G. Because I'm forgetting who I said hello to already, so. And hello, Connie Cleary. How you doing, sweetie? Hey, there's this deleted guy in here. We gotta keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him.
We're not sure about this one, so you gotta keep an eye on him.
No, I'm very sure about him. I know we gotta keep an eye on him.
I don't want my to jump. And I don't want to miss nobody. Did I say hello to JPRPH1? If not, hello JPRPH1. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Curtis Selby, thank you for being here. Now I want to know how all my sweeties are doing tonight. Please let me know in the chat. Also, please give me a sound check. Let me know, do I sound okay? I was going to test out my new camera tonight, but it wasn't really working properly, and I was coming out looking like mustard yellow. So until I troubleshoot to find out what's wrong with it, I can't use it. I might end up returning it and getting a different camera. And if anyone knows of a good camera, what do you call them? Like that plugs into my laptop, let me know. Geek Flag with Nate knows. So remember, everyone, like, share, subscribe, comment to beat the YouTube algorithm.
Yep, the comments and the engagement really do help. Apparently.
Yes. Enigma Severus, welcome, my sweetie.
Good to see you, buddy.
I love seeing all my sweeties here. Railway Nation Gaming Clips. Sweetie. So I'm trying to go slow so this doesn't jump. Oh, wait, did I miss somebody? No. People saying hi to each other. That's wonderful. Oh, Geek Flag with Nate, give me a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And also saying again to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you, sweetie. And I think I finally reached the bottom. And I'm not sure if my guest is still here or not. I think he might have stepped away for a second. Well, that gives me a chance to put my hi sweeties in my chat for the last few people that I saw. Because I gotta do that. I gotta put my hi sweeties in my chat. And why is my screen so big? So I also want to know how all of y'all out there are doing. Let me adjust that a little bit so I can actually see comments on YouTube. There we go. Deleted, are you there?
I am for the moment anyway.
Okay. So let me introduce to you my lovely audience, my guest for tonight, Deleted Scenes. Welcome, Deleted Scenes. How are you doing? Hey, what you been up to?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me on. Well, I've been doing my usual, working in the day, live streaming at night, and this kind of dodging trolls on the internet, how it is, and
Oh, absolutely.
kind of doing my thing, and I tell you, we as YouTubers, man, we get it from both sides, don't we? If we like something, we're a shill. If we don't like something, we're a hater. It's like we can never win.
Yeah, I get that. And I do want to say hello to Andrea Black, who stopped in to say, hi, y'all. Thank you for the membership gift. You are so very welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you can thank Mr. House Party 6 for that. He was very, very generous. Glad you are here.
So Deleted Scenes is known as the man who doesn't sleep because he's always on.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that you're still going to have a stream right after this one, your coming attractions?
That's correct. Coming attractions is an interesting history because I've changed up a couple of times. When I first started out here on YouTube, whenever I would go on to either my channel or another channel for a live stream, I would go on before and do like these little short 1 or 2 minute videos to let everybody know where I'm going to be. And then I have this upcoming appearance. And then I thought, okay, wouldn't it be easier if I just made a show out? So that's where the weekend update was born. And so when I rebranded my channel, I changed the name to Coming Attractions, and yeah, I've added little things here and there.
Yeah, it's actually a really good idea. I've been trying to put on my community tab.
The,
I'm
while
trying to remember to do
my
it weekly to put what's going on.
audience has grown,
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
okay,
So it's like
you
we seem
guys
to
are both.
be.
Well, we're getting you're coming in and out, and he's gone.
He'll be back.
There you are. Yeah, you're kind of coming in and out.
And I want to thank Lester
Okay.
Skeptic Tank Up Sessions, member 6 months, tuning in while working as well. All things considered, keep fighting that good fight.
We try. We really, really do.
Absolutely. There we go. Okay, so you still with us, Deleted?
I think so.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay. I'll make it quick. Well, like I said, it was I used to do these little 1-minute videos that I called pre-game shows, and then that became Weekend Update. And when I rebranded my channel, that's when Coming Attractions was born. And as my audience has grown, that show has grown, and it's really my chance to touch base with everybody, let everybody know where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing, and it started out basically as this kind of 10-minute show, and now it's a little more elaborate. It goes about an hour. I interact with the chat more, so which is always fun, They're why I do this. I get encouraged to act in this goofy manner, but no, it's
I think Miss Arrow says, you guys,
It's
he's
fun.
the one you have to keep an eye on. He's right there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's got a good point there.
Yeah.
Well, just in case, he gets out of view, you guys need to keep an eye on him. And hello to Mark Malnikoff. Here I are. Kapla, launch all Netterbots.
Yep. And once again, happy birthday to you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, he's just a spring chicken,
Well, he's older than I am.
but younger than me.
True. That is true.
Not by much, but he's younger than me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So aside from doing Coming Attractions, you have your Sunday show, and I keep forgetting the name of it. I just know it's midnight, or at midnight.
I have a
Reserve
few.
seats.
Reserve seats, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
Reserve
thinking of the old
seats,
name,
right.
and it's like, it's not that anymore.
Right. I most of the time I usually just refer to it as the midnight show, but right. I have a show called Reserved Seats that is Sunday nights, very early Monday mornings. I start around 12:05 a.m. and go on into the wee hours of the morning sometimes, depending on who I have on. But yeah, it used to be a show called The Other Side of Midnight, and I did 76 episodes of that. And I kind of wasn't happy with the direction that it was going in. It was really my fault. I'd gotten kind of lazy with it. And I decided when I was doing the rebranding anyway, that I could kind of reboot my own program, for the lack of a better term, and get more of this one-on-one type conversation.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
wonderful
far
having
it's doing pretty
conversations
well.
like this, you know?
Mhm.
And do you have a guest for this Sunday?
I actually do. Thanks
Good.
to you for hooking me up. Writer Albert Lanier is going to be joining me for the show this week.
Oh, wonderful.
Hopefully everything will be up and running and it's not like a disaster piece. Because I am very famous for having kind of very poor internet because I'm
Yep.
in an area that's been kind of forgotten about by the powers that be. And so we only just now got a sidewalk. So,
Oh, goodness.
yay. And,
Is this a small town?
so, right. So putting in copper wiring is not exactly what they have in mind, or fiber, or whichever one is supposed to be the better of the two. So I had to
You
go
might
over to AT&T
you
and
might
get myself upgraded.
you might want to talk to Elon about that Starlink or something like that.
Yes. And there's supposed to be boosters for
Mhm.
like boosting your internet when you're in poor internet areas. I think they've got some on Amazon. I'll see ads from 'em all the time because our internet's pretty decent, so we haven't had to worry about it. I think the only time we've really had an issue is when we've had bad storms, and then it knocks out electricity, which of course knocks out our internet.
Right.
Mhm. Right.
But yeah,
One of the sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, so you might want to just see about maybe getting one of those internet boosters and see if that helps.
Oh yeah. I'm looking into that. I'm looking into that as well. Yeah. So one of the reasons I parted with DirecTV was, I mean, aside from the fact that I really wasn't watching it anymore and it was becoming this kind of needless expense, what was that every time there was like a heavy wind, it would go out.
Okay.
So it was just like, okay, that kind of gave me the excuse in the end to part ways. And I'm like, so I call them up, and they were really nice about it. But I call them up. I said, "You would like to cancel service?" And they said, "Excuse me," you know,
Yeah.
because this was at the height of the sniffles that should have no name from a country
Yeah.
that we're not going to mention, and so they were so business was booming because nobody was going outside, and I'm like, he was like, I don't really watch anymore, you know. So go ahead and get rid of it because by that point, I was watching YouTube more than anything else.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing. And we actually
Hmm.
had DirecTV. They came out, they put the dish on the roof, and we had it. I forget how long our contract was for. It was either like a year or less than a year. And it's like, yeah, we don't need it. We don't want it. So I canceled with them, and still got that stupid dish on the roof because I don't know what to do with it. So if anyone's got ideas of what I could do with this DirecTV dish, let me know. And how to patch the holes in my roof that they made when they installed the thing.
Hmm. I still have mine in the backyard, so they
But
never
is
came
it?
to like collect it or anything.
But is it? Oh yeah, they won't. They tell me they're like it's yours now. It's like, gee, thanks. That's what I always wanted.
Yeah.
But is yours connected to your house or on a like a pole or something? Delete? You still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that last part? You cut
I
out.
said, is yours attached to your house or is it like on a pole or something?
Oh no. It's well, I mean, it is on a pole, but in the backyard, so it's kind of buried like a flagpole into the yard. So
Hmm.
it's like, obviously, I am not moving that without some kind of equipment. So leave it for the next guy who lives here. If he wants it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm beginning to think
that's
that's what
kind
we're
of
going to
life
do
out
with the
here.
one we got. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your Thursday show, you have your Sunday show, uh, and then on Tuesdays we have Sparkwood and 21. Tell me how that came about for those who don't know. What are you laughing
Well,
at?
Because I know what he's going to say.
Oh,
there is a certain someone who will remain nameless, something something Shelley Dark Side, Doomsday. I don't know who this guy
Yeah.
is who in
yep, you cut out there.
Yep, you're gone.
this keeps
And it
cutting out
wasn't
on
me.
my
I
end.
did
I'm
not
sorry.
hit a button. I didn't even hit a button.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Doomsday Darkside over here has a program called Last Call, where
Yeah.
he invited me
Thank you.
on as a subject matter expert. As um, I was a fan of Twin Peaks, and we did the show that discussed it, and somewhere along the way we decided, hey, why don't we do a rewatch? Um, I always play it up like I got shanghaied and he had to twist my arm and all this, but no, it was really kind of a mutual thing, and I didn't know that it was going to go 80 some odd episodes and that the show would go where it's gone, and the fact that we would meet the people along the way that we've come to meet, not only in the chat but people that we've come to know because we've done this show, like Cameron Clodier, who's the writer director and co-star of Queen of Hearts, which is this excellent um, fan film that, as far as I'm concerned, is season 4 of the show. um, I think it's that good, and coming in contact with people. Charlotte Nightstar, a werewolf, who maybe
Oh, yeah.
I might not have met um, had we not done this show. And with the unfortunate passing of David Lynch, we've kind of, it's become a celebration of his career.
Kind of, yeah.
And, so we've kind of gone beyond just the mandate of just, us fanboying out over this, 30-year-old television show. And me, the real fun part, which was me catching on season 3 because I hadn't seen it. And
Surprise!
yeah, would you say you've taken a positive turn on the Sparkwood?
Sparkwood?
Well,
That's right, I said it. Okay.
I've seen. I wouldn't have met any of you great people, so thank you. Well, really, the
Wow.
one that Troy really is the one to thank, because it was ultimately his idea, and it was just a matter of kind of finding me. I mean, because Last Call, you already have Netter, you already have Boomer. I was
Right.
simply a guest, and it became, and we did them, what do we call it, the lime green box episode, and I still don't have the lime green box, and I need to do that. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's some stuff in there that's exclusive to that collection.
I know, it's somewhere behind me.
It's behind your tin type there.
Oh, right. My
Yeah.
my thing here. I just
Right.
had this made.
Yep. How cool is that?
Ugh, I can't put it back. It's gonna have to wait. Troy was saying that the lime green box, there's some things in there that you probably haven't seen. So yeah, you probably want to get that one. And Troy's complete it, so you know that he's got like all these different films.
Every now and again, I'll realize I don't have something, and then suddenly Netter will just find it.
Yeah, it's funny because he'll say something like, "Oh yeah, this is really hard to find. It's out of print or whatever," and it's like, Is this it? And he's like, yeah.
I'll tell you, the amazing one is she'll do that with action figures. Be like, yeah, I really want to get the Death Star scanning crew, but they're so expensive, they're so hard to get. She's like, well, is this it? And then I'll look and I'll go, that was one I didn't know that existed, because they oftentimes re-release them. So she sometimes finds cheaper options.
I just do my Google food.
Right. Well, the thing with me is that I tend to forget what I have, and on occasion I end up doubling up. So it's like I will double up on something that is very easy to find, and then I will find out this random DVD I have is rare to print, and I was actually talking to Connie Cleary about this a couple of weeks ago, and I had mentioned like this really obscure horror film that I had a copy of, and she knew it. And
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
"Oh, so you're the other one."
What, do you remember the which one that was?
What was the name you're asking?
Yeah, what's the name of the film? Do you remember?
All right. It's called Five Across the Eyes,
Okay, I don't.
and it's this group of women. They're driving out in the country. It's very late at night, and they wind up in this altercation with this driver of another vehicle, and it's this kind of road rage incident that kind of blows up into this other person now stalking these women, and with the twist being is
And he's gone.
Yeah. Well, that.
And he's back.
the twist being that you know, the twist being that the character who is chasing them is another woman, and she's just got to be one of the biggest psycho nutcases I have ever seen on film. Um, I haven't seen the entire movie. I need to sit down and finish it because it's one of those movies where every time I try to sit down and watch it, something stops me. It's kind of like The Third Man or Crux. Every time I sit down, something calls me away and I never get to the end. so,
I get you.
um, so that's a movie that I have that's out of print. I have a Blu-ray copy of Invasion USA that apparently is no longer in print either. And I kind of find out people ask me, "Where did you get that?" And I'm like, "Well, I got it through Shop Factory." Well, they don't sell it anymore. I go, "Okay, I'll take your word for it."
Well, it's like I've got a cassette, and I'm pretty sure I've got the CD too of Brent Spiner's Old Yellow Eyes is back.
Yep.
That's out of print and really super hard to find. That's not really expensive. I think the last time I looked up, it was like $300.
I am working on a custom Mego Steve Austin figure, and I opened up the Biff Bam Pow figure because basically I'm ripping everything except the costume. The tracks, the red tracksuit and shoes. Come to find out, as I'm looking at some of the other figures that I have, I noticed there was one Steve Austin figure I didn't have, and I wanted to get that outfit. Come to find, because these have been out of production for so long, they're going for over $100 a piece. Yeah. I'm like, holy crap! Now I don't know if I can open these up anymore. Damn it!
Well, yeah, I saw a couple of those. That's a mortgage payment.
It could be, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's one thing about collecting is that you hold on to something and it's like, oh wait, this is actually worth something.
Might actually be something valuable. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Hey, Sashi, good to see you.
Hey, Sashi.
Good to see you.
How you doing, sweetie? Deleted you were about to say?
I was looking back the chat here, and I'm still trying to figure out how EVMux works in the background, folks. Sorry. Um, Enigma was asking a question about the show. Let me see if I can go back and
He says, "I'll be on if this is
do
the one you're
that.
referring to. I'll be honest. I am missing the Twin Peaks marathon that we had done. That was on my schedule and really awesome. Well, the fact is, we are still doing live from Sparkwood and 21 every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that since we've gone through the entire three seasons, we are now going and doing and looking at some of David Lynch's other work because we've been realizing that understanding David Lynch as a film creator, we're getting more and more insight into Twin Peaks itself. But then, as I had followed up in a response to Enigma, I was saying, but maybe after we get through some more of these movies, maybe I could convince the panel to do another run through of the series, kind of like a knowing what we know now kind of situation.
Yeah. And I want to say hello to Jedi Master 2022's Lost in Space and Classic Sci-Fi.
Absolutely. Good to see you, my friend.
One thing that I'm starting to...
Sorry, what was that?
One thing that I'm starting to realize now, having seen all of Twin Peaks, now going back and revisiting the films, a couple of which I haven't even seen. We're doing Inland Empire right now, and that's a first watch for me. And I'm starting to see not only how his films work together thematically, and there are these thematic strands that interweave between them. I'm starting to see how they connect together in other ways. I very much see Mulholland Drive taking place in the same world that Twin Peaks does. Blue Velvet, which to me is kind of the precursor to Twin Peaks. It's kind of the trial balloon, I think.
Okay.
There is, like I said, I'd have to see the second half of the film, but I'm really beginning to see how Inland Empire fits into everything. There are definitely some similarities between that film and Mulholland Drive and also Lost Highway. I think that it's kind of almost like they're a trilogy. I don't know if that was necessarily by design, but I'm seeing parallels, and it's got me formulating some theories about what Inland Empire is about.
I was going to say, don't get too far ahead of Inland Empire because,
but it's very, it's giving me a whole new insight into his films, and that I didn't have before, and it's making me, especially now that I've seen season 3, and I when we finished season 3, it kind of sounded like I was hacking on the show a bit. I did like it. It's just that I was expecting it to be more about Annie Blackburn, like Queen of Hearts did, and I was expecting her to be the focal point of season 3. And when not only is she not in season 3, not only was it not about her, she's not in it, period. And I had to kind of completely rethink of what my theory for season 3 was going to be. But when Cameron did Queen of Hearts, and we did that batch of episodes, I went, okay, that's more along the lines of where I was thinking the show was going to go. That's why I kind of referred to that as the de facto season 4.
Well, I would caution you from getting too far ahead of Inland Empire and trying to figure it out, because there's some things that happen at the end that I think are going to probably all but hit you over the head with how it overlaps with those other things, including Twin Peaks.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
And I think so far the movies we have watched, this is the less weirdest.
Well, I hope on that. It's going to start getting really trippy from here on in part 2.
No, Eraserhead was trippy.
Well, yes.
But
Yeah, Eraserhead's an
No.
interesting. Yeah.
So what was that?
No, go ahead. You were saying.
No, I just said that I'm really enjoying Inland Empire right now. I can't wait for part 2.
Yeah, I like it so far as well. Like I said, it's the one where I'm kind of going. I'm kind of back in season 3 territory. I'm kind of going into it blind because I really didn't know that much about the film. Aside of, like I said, that kind of one line synopsis that I knew going in, which was it's a story of a woman in trouble. I go, oh, thank you for narrowing that down. But I have, okay, it's David Lynch. I have faith in him, and it's going to be an interesting journey, and it's not going to be a straight line. It never is.
So speaking of an interesting journey, you've been on a long YouTube journey. How do you feel about that journey? Are you hitting the goals that you had wanted to? Is it what you expected or completely different?
Well, I didn't quite know what I was getting into. Really, when I started, because I came into this in kind of a weird way. That I'm the guy who has been, kind of pulled in through that fourth wall. I go from just being just another guy in the chat watching a show, and the first show I was ever on was like a Midnight's Edge member stream.
Uh-huh.
And I got to talk to Tom and Andre for a little bit, and I kept coming back, and I started kind of, as you do on YouTube, you start to network, you meet new people, they have channels, they invite you on, and I wound up on this show. Unfortunately, the stream's no longer up, but I did a show where we read the 1983 Tom Mankiewicz draft of Batman.
Huh.
That eventually became the 89 Batman, and it changed quite a bit from what the final film was. But Jesse Miller used to have this show where he would take like screenplays, gather some YouTubers together and perform it like it's an old radio play.
Cool.
And very much. And I ended up doing the Batman 83 show, and I think I was in, and I also wound up in the Flight 180 show, which was in Flight 180 was the original version of Final Destination.
Wow.
And it was written as an X-Files episode. And it was Scully's brother, Charles, who was always referred to on the show but was never shown.
Wow.
He was the one that has the premonition on and gets off of the plane. and I played one of the characters who gets off of the plane with him, and then in very spectacular Final Destination fashion, I get blown up in the last 10 minutes on a bridge. So yeah, I go up like a Fourth of July freaking rocket. But
Awesome. Well, if you're gonna go, go big.
yeah, so and the very interesting thing was when I was in Batman, I played Robin, and in that script, Robin takes out the Joker at the end. So
Well, it's
another
only
go big
fair
or go
because the
home.
Joker killed Robin in the comics, so
Yeah,
Well, there's that.
revenge.
yeah.
So yeah. To go back to your original question, did anything change? I didn't know what I was getting into. I am very surprised with where things had gone. If you had asked me 4 years ago that if I was going to have that I was going to have a YouTube channel of my own, and I would have over 5,100 people that actually stuck with me long enough to watch any of this, I would have said you were crazy. But yeah, just it was just being on. And I always bring up the Batman show because that's where I met Gary Kissel, and he said, "You have a voice, and you ought to start your own channel." Uh, you know, so I did, and here I am. Here I am, 3 years later, uh, at the end of what I call sort of the first act of being on YouTube, because when I was on that Batman show, not only did I meet Gary, but I also met Matt Allen, who has
Yeah.
since retired from YouTube. And I did like 27 episodes of his show as a co-host. And, that's when the whole issue on the set of Rust happened with the shooting. And so I kind of jumped onto YouTube at the time where it was kind of a nest storm, because of that story, and kind of jumping right onto YouTube and covering that with Matt. And then a few weeks ago, finally seeing the finished film with Bill on our Western show. So I kind of felt like I had come full circle to, you know, following what was going on behind the scenes of a film, having this tragic event happen, and then seeing the finished product of that film and actually surprisingly liking it, despite the fact that I absolutely despise its star, and having all of these preconceived thoughts of it going in. And it's been a very interesting journey, and now I feel like I'm in the second act of it now, and just trying to build my channel up, and seeing where it goes, and this kind of going from, is anybody going to care about what little old me has to say, to, well, I do have this audience that
Mhm.
I have gained, and
Exactly.
just be true to myself and honest to them. And that's kind of been my mantra, throughout.
And we have a wonderful community. And
We do.
I'm always saying they're not just friends. They're not just our community. They are our family.
Yeah.
And I've had so many people tell me how much they like the positivity of our community and our shows, because like you go onto other channels and they can be kind of negative, whereas ours is pretty much always positive. Um, we have a community that is like I said, like family. We're that kind of close knit. And like I said, if somebody's not around, we're like, hey, I haven't seen so and so in a while. Has anyone heard from them? Or do we know if they're okay? We miss members of our community if they are not there in the chats. So it's like the community is a big part of our channels. And I know that our communities kind of overlap a little bit. So it's like my community overlaps with your community. We got a lot of the same people, but then you've got people that I don't, and I have people that you don't, and that sort of thing. And that's how we grow, because then your community gets to know us, our community gets to know you. If they don't already, I mean, they should already know you. But it helps the channels to grow. And that's one of the reasons why I do Thursday Things. It's like, so the community can get to know different YouTubers, and they may not have realized that, not Troy, wrong person, Deleted is doing a show, not just on, like the Thursday coming attractions, but he does this thing on Tuesdays too. They may not realize it. They're like, oh, Twin Peaks, really, David Lynch? I gotta check that out. I've had people contact me on X going, this is Twin Peaks, this is David Lynch. I'm like, yeah, come on by, you'll love it. And that's how we've gotten a few more people to your channel for Sparkle 21, because it's like, I share out every stream. And this brings in more people. Because, if you tell two friends and they tell two friends, and so on and so on and so on. And that's how we get new people here. I mean, if you look at some of the newer faces that we've had lately, it's all from sharing out the streams and people getting to know us. It's that word of mouth. So,
yep. And
you do have some incredible shows. The coming attractions is a lot of fun. Of what's coming up, what your plans are. Your guests on the Sunday midnight show. It's always interesting because you have a different person every week, just like I'm doing here. And it's getting to know different people. Now, I had Albert on Thursday Things. You're going to have Albert on Sunday. And we may get two completely different shows with the same person. So when somebody's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have so-and-so on, it's like, I know the show is going to be different. Because what we talked about, you may talk about something a little bit different. Or he may remember something that he didn't mention on my show. He's going to mention on yours. So it's like all of these different shows are just so wonderful to watch and be a part of, just because they're so interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, but I find them all interesting. I enjoy them all, and I'm hoping that everyone out there enjoys them as well. So let's see, we've got Tuesday is Sparkle and 21. We have the Thursday show, Coming Attractions. We have the Sunday show. You also do Western cinema, right?
I do. I do, well, really 3 shows, but I do 2 weekly shows with Outlaw Bill. And that's Western Cinema Presents, which is on Sundays, and Action Theater, which is on Thursdays, and also on occasion on Saturdays. And again, that was a show where I started out as a guest, and the Western Cinema program was a show that he actually used to do with Mr. CCDV and the late great Son of a Red Shirt. And when Red Shirt fell ill, and Mr. CCDV decided he kind of wanted to back off of YouTube for a while, I realized I had some very big boots to fill. And so I just kind of look at it as, I'm the sidekick. I try to be funny. I tried to bring a little something to it. I added the trivia bit that we do at the end. But yeah, it is. as far as I'm concerned, and Bill wouldn't say this, but I consider myself kind of the surrogate band.
Uh-huh.
I'm the replacement because to me, when I'm on those shows, I kind of feel like Red Shirt is still there,
Mm.
and it's like, okay, he's watching, so you better not mess this up, kid. you know. But yeah, one of the things that I have come to notice here on YouTube is I'm finding people who are other film geeks like I am, and you find this very wide range of tastes. You have Bill, who is kind of like me. He likes westerns. He likes action films. He is an encyclopedia of horror films.
But
Um, and she kind of also and she has this thing on Wednesdays where she shows comedies. A lot of them I haven't even heard of, but that's another thing is you get to find out what other people enjoy, and they might make you aware of something that you've never seen before. Um, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What was your question?
Actually,
I
Geek
keep
Vlogger
trying to help you.
had actually had the question on the screen for a bit. This question is
Uh-huh.
for deleting anyone else who's old enough. What was that one movie you can never catch in its entirety on terrestrial
oh,
television?
sorry, didn't mean to bring it down
Nope,
so
that's fine.
quickly, but
I was finished
I
reading it.
have I have two. One of them is The Third Man. I have never seen that movie. I have been wanting to watch it forever. But every time I have the opportunity, something comes up and I have to miss it. Every time I ever try to DVR it, it would always be another movie. It wouldn't Third Man, even though it was scheduled. And it's almost like something is physically keeping me away from this movie. you know, um, and another really kind of funny story. It's not a movie that's a high priority for me to see, but it's kind of a similar thing as Dracula Untold. Every time I have tried to see that movie, same thing would happen. Either something
you're
would
probably
come
better
up
off
and I'd
for it.
have to skip it,
Is that the one
or
I
I've
was
tried to
forced
record it
to?
and it would be, yeah.
Is that the one I was forced to watch because
Yes.
you bowed out?
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
That was something else
No.
entirely. We went to see it at
Uh,
the theater because I really wanted it to be good, and it wasn't. So maybe you're better off for it. Deleted.
I probably am better off. Another movie is Kronos, which is another vampire movie, and it's a very early Spanish language Guillermo del Toro movie.
Huh.
And yeah, it's a vampire movie, but it's really a love story between this little girl and her grandfather.
Aw.
And he gets turned into he gets injected with this kind of scarab kind of thing, and he gets turned into a he's very slowly starts to turn into a vampire throughout the film. And I get up to like the last 10 or 15 minutes of it, and he's about to have this big boss fight up on the roof of a building with Ron Perlman,
Okay.
because of course it's a Guillermo del Toro movie. Ron Perlman's
Right.
going to be there. It's
Right.
just how it is. Um, Scorsese had De Niro, John Woo had Chow Yun Fat, Guillermo del Toro has Ron Perlman. There you go. And
Right.
they're about to have this big boss fight up on the roof of this building. And something always happens that I have to get up and take care of something else. And by the time I come back, the movie is over. I'm like,
Man,
ah! you know.
that's
But
killer.
yeah, those are kind of the main ones that I always, for some reason, I either try to see or I start off watching, and I never make it to the end, no matter what happens. So,
There's
As your
always-
guest on Sunday, hello, writer Albert Lanier.
There you go.
hello,
Welcome.
good to see you, sir.
A second, I thought I saw. Yeah, he says. I gotta scroll up now so I can see his. The Third Man, interesting. I've never heard anyone who was unable to see that Carol Reed directed classic. I've actually never seen it myself.
I'm sure one of the streaming services probably has it, but it's just this weird thing, you know. Every time it would be on TV, I would miss it. And it's like no matter what I could plan ahead and something could still happen. It's just this weird little freaky little glitch in the matrix that is always stops me. But
So this is when
I
you
just
get the movie on DVD and pause it, and then
Right.
come back and start watching it again.
Exactly.
yep, that's what I have to do.
That's exactly right. All right.
Because, you know, those sort of things exist, so you pause them.
Yes. I'm a bit of a schmo that way. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, you know, if everyone does stay right here, right after the show, you will be automatically redirected to deleted scenes, coming attractions. So make sure you stay here for that. So let's see. So we have coming attractions coming up right after this. Deleted scenes. What else you got? Well, actually, you're going to be talking about coming attractions. So
I guess that's kind of the whole point. Go over to deleted scenes, find out what he's got coming up.
Otherwise, everything we just discussed tonight was different shows. No reason to go over there. Just
The only other thing I wanted to say, because I haven't done any, I do promos for all the different streams, but I never do promos for Last Call. This week on Last Call, a long-awaited karaoke party. It is not a member stream. It is open to the public. We will start here on YouTube. Well, here on my channel on YouTube. We'll say our greetings, kind of give everyone the lay of the land, but then we're going to migrate over to the green machine because it's a little bit safer for these kinds of things over there. So that is the plan for tomorrow night. And if you tune in to Liquid Lunch tomorrow, you'll find out what I'll be sipping on Friday night.
absolutely. I already know.
Yes. Unless I change my mind, but I'm still kind of keyed into it.
Well, I gave True the idea. It's like, actually, half the time I give him the ideas for his drinks. So, and like I said, stay right here, and you will be automatically redirected to deleted scenes, coming attractions, but deleted. Any final words before we send everybody over to your channel?
All right. Just to say that I hope you all enjoyed this show. And the technical issues that we've had this evening weren't too hard on you. Hopefully we get this all cleared up, at least on my end this week. So thank everybody very much for being here, for supporting Netter's show, and for putting up with me over the last hour or so. And I have this little thing that I say at the end of every show. Thank you all very much. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Wonderful. And I didn't ask you this at the beginning, so for anyone that's coming in that's like, still not sure what this deleted guy's about, give me your 30-second elevator pitch if someone says, hey, so, deleted scenes, what's that all about? What's your channel's all about? What's your 30-second pitch?
All right. I am a pop culture and current events channel. I do a show called Unscripted, where I kind of go into the really heavy news stuff. But mostly I do rewatches, film reviews, um, shows like Sparkwood and 21, where we discuss Twin Peaks and the films of David Lynch. And basically, I do my best to just have fun with it. I'm a very low-tech channel. I don't have all the bells and whistles that a lot of other people have. Um, I'm a guy sitting in my living room with a laptop on a TV tray, and that's my channel. And I just do my best to be very honest with people, and honest in my opinions. And yeah, basically that's it. I'm Steve. And you
Hi,
you watch my
Steve.
channel, you get me. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Troy, any final words?
Nope. Just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and hanging out with us. Thank you for all the ways you support us, the engagement, the likes, the shares, subscribers, and especially the memberships. Thank you so much, Mr. House Party, for 5
6.
gifted memberships. You are just wonderful. Very encouraging. That's what keeps us going. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. That is so super encouraging. I mean, it's like, wow. That was just unbelievable. It's so awesome. So thank you for gifting those 5 memberships. And of course, y'all know what I always say. We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well good and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat, and you're dropping the comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in our family room, passing the popcorn, having a great time. And you guys, you're not just our friends. You're not just our community. You're our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You could be anywhere right now, and you're here. And that's so encouraging. And not just to those of us on the panel, but to each other in the chat. Because, like I said earlier, if I don't see somebody in the chat, I wonder if you're okay. So if you can, if there's ever a time where you can't make a stream to stay, if you can pop in just to say hi so we know you're okay, that's all we ask. So we know you're fine. But thank you for the many ways that you support our channels, like Troy was saying. It does mean so much to our channels and to the growth of our channels. And we don't do this for us. We do this for you. And we want you to keep coming back. So hopefully you're enjoying our content. And if you ever have suggestions for any of us on something you'd like us to talk about, something you'd like to see, let us know. All 3 of us can be DM'd on Twitter. For mine, it's Netters Network without the apostrophe and without a space between Netters and Network. You can find me there. You may have to follow me to make initial contact, but then after that, I don't care if you want to follow me because I don't care about that stuff on Twitter. But yeah, we're always looking for suggestions. Just let us know. So until next time, and God bless. And I'm gonna guess I hit the button that says outro.
Yes, hit outro.
Network, and it's all